Fatima loved Sunday afternoons. After a lunch of beans and kofta, Ma would read the newspaper on her favorite chair, and Baba would sneak away to take a nap. Fatima could patter away with her book into the lively green forest near her house. The forest creatures would be sleeping, so it would be just her, curled up in the quiet hug of the forest trees. Fatima would sit down in the shade of the Arjuna tree and gaze into the leafy upworld. Ma had warned her not to climb the tree's branches. It was safe down below. Fatima didn't know what was in the scary upworld. But that day, Fatima was in for a surprise. As she turned a page, Fatima felt a dull thump on her head. "Ouch!" she yelled, rubbing her sore head. It was a tiny book, barely the size of a pea. Fatima looked up and saw a furry animal trying to hide behind a bough of leaves. "Hello! Is this book yours?" she asked, peering into the upworld. But she got no answer. The pea-sized book belonged to Gopa, a young dormouse who lived in the upworld. Gopa's little house, made of soft, dry leaves and twigs, was in the Arjuna tree as well. The dormouse had often seen Fatima reading and loved the yellow ribbons in her hair. But Gopa's Amma had warned her about the terrors of the down world. All the animals were fearful of Fatima and other human beings and tried to remain invisible to the down world. That Sunday, Gopa had been swinging on her green leafy hammock and reading. She was about to turn the last page when a strong breeze blew the book out of her small, furry paws. Down it went. It bounced on the branches and floated away. The book fell thwack and hit Fatima on her head. Gopa's tail quivered and ears twitched. The up and down world should never meet, she thought, and bolted home. Fatima didn't climb the tree, but kept squinting and trying to read the book. The letters were too small. Finally, she decided to return the book to the shadowy, furry creature. Fatima was really clever. Next Sunday, she tied 5 shiny red balloons around her waist, and suddenly she was floating up to the up world. Up, up, and up went Fatima until she reached the treetops. Gopa was brushing her bushy tail when she spotted 5 shiny red balloons. "Oh, balloons! Maybe it's someone's birthday," she thought excitedly. But what was this? There was the girl with the yellow ribbons attached to the shiny red balloons. "Run, run away!" squeaked Gopa. "The downworld humans are here!" But Fatima was faster. Fatima offered Gopa the book and asked, "Is this yours?" Gopa grabbed the book quickly and smiled. Fatima giggled. She caught Gopa staring at her ribbons and tied one in a neat bow around her tail. Fatima and Gopa held hands and went off exploring. Fatima and Gopa ran and skipped over the gaps in the trees of the canopy forest. They bugged Bonky the fruit bat, who was sleeping upside down. Bonky did not like being poked. He grunted grumpily and flapped away to the next branch. "These kids will never let me rest," he thought. Soon he was away in Dreamsville, where he is hanging out in a fig tree, biting into the fleshy, sweet fruits. Gopa helped Fatima hop over the long lines of weaver ants who were too busy to even stop and say hello. With long, spindly legs and bubble-shaped bodies, the weaver ants scampered all over the tree. These ants love teens. They work together to stitch large leaves into cozy nests. Next, they bumped into Firki, the canopy frog. "He looks like a rainbow," thought Fatima. Yellow feet, red eyes, and a blue body. Firki was so surprised to see a human in his canopy that he almost let go of his strong grip on the branch. He croaked a weak hello and turned to pounce on his lunch, a grasshopper. "I thought only the downworld had frogs," said Fatima, who loved chasing frogs around her house pond. Pari the hornbill was watching them from a distance. He really wanted to be friends with them. Hari was a friendly bird, but he made very loud noises, which is why some animals kept him at a distance. But Gopa and Fatima didn't mind at all. "The upworld isn't so scary after all," thought Fatima. "How silly I was. The people from the downworld are pretty cool," thought Gopa. "I'm not frightened anymore." Sob. Sniff. "Uh-oh, I think Vidya is crying," said Gopa. Her sharp ears picked up sounds easily. The two friends hurried towards Vidya, a green vine snake who was very shy. "What is wrong, Vidya?" asked Gopa. Vidya sobbed, looking greener than usual. "They cut down the tree that was my home. Now I don't know where to go," he cried. Banky, Deepu, and other animals also popped out of their homes. Vidya was homeless. "A new concrete road is going to be built, and humans cut down my tree," wailed Vidya. Cutting down their home, the upworld was alarmed and upset. "We must help Vidya," said Gopa. Fatima, Gopa, and their new friends formed a search party. They searched and found a snug tree-hole home for Vidya. Fatima layered the home with soft leaves and orange flowers, Vidya's favorite color. Vidya loved his new home. "I can't believe I have so many friends. We need to have a party," he said. And what a party it was! Everyone got their favorite food. Gopa got nuts, Hari got fruits. Bonky was too sleepy to get anything. The ants brought home-stitched, leafy cushions to sit on. Nobody wanted Firki's grasshoppers. As for Fatima, she had to get the balloons. For the first time ever, the upworld and the downworld were just one world. Meet Fatima's friends in the upworld. Gopa and her friends live in the vast forest canopies of India. That means they don't live in the downworld like us human beings. Instead, they live in the upworld, in the swinging branches and swaying leaves of trees. Many creatures that live in forest canopies are now used to living in treetops. If you're lucky, you will spot some of them, but most of these animals know how to hide themselves cleverly, so you have to be patient. When scientists go to learn about these canopies, they have to use ropes or ladders because the trees are very tall. Some even use very large hot air balloons to get up there. You can imagine just how up Fatima had to go with her balloons. Here are some of the animals who living in forest canopies. Malabar spiny dormouse. This bushy-tailed animal likes to live in trees in quiet, undisturbed forests. It loves to eat fruits and nibbles on pepper sometimes. This dormouse sleeps like a hedgehog, curled up with its tail protruding out. Hornbill. These birds are vividly colored with long and strong beaks. These sociable birds love to eat fruits, insects, and even small animals. They make nests in holes in trees, and when they have babies, they make a mud wall to cover up the hole, much like making a house. Green vine snake, a bright green, slender tree snake that hides in the leaves of a canopy. It moves very slowly. You can find them not only in India, but also Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Burma, Thailand, Cambodia, and Vietnam. Tree frog. There are several kinds of tree frogs, and they come in various colors. They can have white lips, or red, or yellow eyes, and brown feet. They are usually very small, half the size of your palm, because they have to jump around delicate branches. They spend most of their lives up in the trees. Fruit bat, aka megabat, hang upside down. Try to imagine what the world looks like to them. They love to eat fruits and being busy in the trees. They can be super noisy too. You can hear them from a long way off. They have keen senses of sight and smell and are very helpful to us because they pollinate the flowers and fruits we love. Thank you for joining Gopa and Fatima in the canopy. Your kind hearts and curious minds helped two very different worlds meet, laugh, and learn about the amazing life that lives above and below the leaves. For being brave and curious, your attention made Gopa's little mistake into a big chance for friendship. For caring about nature, every view, cheer, and question helps children understand why canopy forests and their creatures need our love. Keep exploring, share this story with a friend, and come back for more adventures that celebrate kindness, biodiversity, and unexpected friendships.